Shanti, good morning. Is the sound okay?
Yes, Paji. Sound okay.
So happy Holi. The season is still on, and once again, thank you so much for inviting me to do this class today. And the topic for today is Holi, burn the vices. As we know, there are so many things that we hear that Baba talks about Holi. It's such a versatile word that can be put in so many places, and also the significance of the different rituals that happens. They have a very deep connection to what we are doing. So I'm not going to go into those ones, but just inspired by some of the murlis, especially the one that is there for today. I'm going to just go through some of the things that are required to be able to burn the vices, and also check more subtle indications that the vices are still there, and how can we remove them. What are the things that are required to actually be able to work on these vices, and where should the focus be? Because many times we think of doing things in the way that we are used to do it in the world, but the uniqueness of Baba is that he always comes up with something out of this world. So we're going to explore that together. So let's start by just having a moment of silence. Let this present moment, leaving everything, whatever it is that you have to do, you're going to do, and try to be present in this moment, just with the awareness that I am. Thank you. So if that's okay, we will just start with exploring how can we burn or cremate. When we say sins, it's just past old sanskars that we have accumulated. Any thoughts? How can we burn or cremate the old sanskars?
In remembrance of Baba.
Remembrance, obviously. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? We have to be in remembrance.
Check and
But then,
change.
say again.
Check and change.
Yeah, check and change. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Yeah. Remembrance, check and change. This is what Baba usually tells us. Yeah. So I picked up a few things which is inspired from today's Avyakt Murli and also from the Murlis that you've been reading recently. And one of the criteria for check and change, what do you think is one of the things that we need to have before we can do check and change? In order to be able to check, what do we need to have first?
Before thinking, we need to think. That's what
Think
Baba
before you
said.
think. Yes. Yeah. So Baba said that honesty to check our behavior, our subtle thoughts, and our dreams. We need to have honesty. Yeah. And of course, like brother said, no remembrance, but remembrance doesn't come unless there is some work that has been done, no? And one of the signs that there is honesty is that there will be remembrance. So often people, and when we come, there is always this slippery thing that happens is that we don't stay in remembrance. And the reason is that somewhere or the other, there has been some kind of dishonesty with myself. And that's the reason why there is difficulty in remembrance. Yeah. So I can't remember. I can't burn the sins. So where to start? So one of the good place to start is to check. But in order for me to check, I need to check first what is my level of honesty. And that's not difficult because if one wants to know, there are a lot of things that can tell you. One of the things is other people who are around you will tell you if there is something not okay. So you'll often get people to tell you certain things, right? Or you can look at where your challenges are. You can look at how one of the things that are very, very accurate in telling you your state is how you feel. Okay. If there is any kind of sorrow, sadness, any kind of um, uneasiness, it's a sign that there is something that needs to change, right? So these very accurate meters that we have inside us, one of the very easy question to ask yourself every day is, how do I feel right now? Just how do I feel right now? You'll be able to notice a lot of things. You will be able to see the thinking patterns. You will be able to see what kind of dreams do you have, if you have any dreams. So these are very good signs, But Baba is going even deeper, and he talks about subtle thoughts and dreams, because we don't have any control, and subtle dream, you can't know just directly. You have to actually check and see, is there any subtle thoughts that I'm having, and then go to the level of the feeling and see that, do I become happy when somebody is something wrong happens to somebody? Yeah. Or do I become sad when something happens to somebody else? Yeah. So what is the feeling or reaction that happens here, and what kind of thoughts do I carry? Just like Baba tells us a lot of new things, and we've got a lot of information from Baba on how to deal with different situations. Baba often says that some people get um, they have this feeling that why they haven't been chosen, but that's old. Maya has already upgraded itself. Maya is using 10.8 now version, which includes AI as well. So when Maya nowadays comes and attacks us, it is already equipped with all the new stuff. So like, I think that not many people now feel like that, but there is a little bit of feeling of if you see somebody else being proposed for something, then there is maybe sometimes inside you, I could have done it better, or it could be that you think that the whole system is not working properly. People are not doing their, this could be done better, they don't have a clue of what they're doing. All these kind of feelings, these are new Maya's way of distracting us, seeing biases, seeing unfairness. These are all part of the same story. Like yesterday, we were walking, and I saw there was a person who actually, there is a way that a road that goes through their house, and he blocked one part of that so that people and vehicles don't pass there around his house. And immediately the AI Maya came up and said to me that, this is not right. Why this person is blocked the road? It's a public place, it should be open. And I noticed that even when I pass back while coming back, this feeling was still there. And when I thought about it, I was just telling myself that, look, in the drama, this scene is there and it is accurate. And me continuing thinking that this is unfair is actually a kind of Maya that is there, which comes from some kind of sanskar that I have, that I even against the knowledge that the drama is accurate, there is some kind of irritation that comes through when I see something that is not fair. So this is one very subtle way of getting into Maya, and creating West thoughts. Yeah. I'm not saying that one should not verbalize anything that is not okay, but me speaking at that time to somebody that I was just walking with wasn't creating a good vibration, and I wasn't creating good vibration within myself. Okay. And the second thing is, there are things that sometimes we do out of balance. Okay. We overdo something, even overdoing service. We have to be careful, because overdoing is a sign of anger. Okay. Overeating, over anything, little bit of sulking, little bit of feeling uneasy to speak to a particular person. These are all very new versions of Maya that have just come into play, and we need to be aware of those. Okay. So this starting point is very important. When we say honesty, we mean 100% honesty, complete transparent, being able to see your thoughts, your feeling, and watch your dreams. Okay. Because sometimes when we are not able to be caught while awake, these things come into the dream. So your dreams are very important indication of where you are. And if there is any change that is going to happen, it's going to happen when we actually pay attention to this. So Baba said that we're going to have a kingdom. And why is it important to burn the vices and the old sanskar is that we need to have unbroken peace and contentment at this moment. If we are going to have a kingdom, then at this moment, we need to have this unbroken peace. That means nothing can disturb my peace. And if something is still disturbing me, okay, again, I'm repeating, it doesn't mean that we don't act. We can act in a peaceful way. Rather than creating waste thoughts, we can act in a peaceful way, or we can just remain in silence, understanding that drama will take care. You know, drama will definitely take care of everything that is there. So one of the initial ingredients that is needed for this is courage. Baba asked at least 3 times, if not 4 times, that do you have the courage to be able to create that change? You know, so it starts with, first is recognition, and the second thing, of course, you need honesty for that. And the second thing is you need to have the courage. Yeah. So Baba says, don't keep it in your heart or speak about the past. Okay. To let go of the past, we have to really let go of the past. If we are still holding on to the past, it means that we still have the old sanskars with us. It means that the vices are still there. Yeah. So we need to check, is there something like, you know, I've heard this, sometimes people say that we should not even remember our last interaction with people. We meet everyone as if we are meeting them for the first time. And this is what really it means that we have actually, you know, celebrated Holi. Okay. It is already happened. And what is happened is already gone. There is no need to keep any residue based on what happened. Yes, we have the lessons, but we don't need to keep the details of, you know, who did what and why did they do and the feeling against that particular person. One of the big things about this that I recently discovered is that when somebody comes to you and tells you something in confidence, you need to keep that and contain it within yourself. Otherwise, if you don't contain that, what happens is your stage goes down and that person's stage also goes down. If somebody comes and tells you something and you tell 2 other people, then the vision of those other people start changing against this person. So to this extent that you have to forget even what people will tell you, you know. Does that make sense? Yeah. Is it okay so far? Like I don't need to keep anybody else's weakness in my mind. That person came to me, if I can contain, I'm actually helping that person to be able to change. And if I share with a person, another person, some weakness about another person, and if they have this vision, then I have actually amplified that weakness. Does it make sense? Anyone can relate to that?
Can relate to every point whatever you're saying. Thank you.
Sorry, my volume. 1 second. Huh? Can you say again?
Your each word is so precious today, I can't tell you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Baba. It's Baba's versions actually. I'm just reiterating them. And yeah, so it's such a small thing, you know. Sometimes somebody comes and in confidence says something to you, and instead of just keeping it with you and having good wishes for that person, we start, you know, feeling that, you know, oh, you know, it starts, you know, um, it starts working up, and I want to call somebody or I want to tell somebody, you know, this happened, this happened. Such a damaging um, damaging way of dealing with this. And often, you know, people come and trust us with whatever they have. Can I contain that? No, just a small thing. Can I contain that? So if there is anything that has happened, it has happened, and there is no need for residue to be there. There is no issue for you to learn something from it, but we just let go and let that, you know. And for this, for change, the turning point for any kind of change is to have the courage to actually do it. The moment I have the courage, then, you know, like you must have heard Baba saying that, you know, raise your hand, you know. Baba says that, you know, um, raise your hand of the mind, you know. And why Baba says this is that to have this feeling that really I want to, you know. In fact, I don't think anybody can change unless they see clearly that whatever they are doing is harmful to them. Yeah. Change can only happen when somebody realizes that this is not serving me anymore. Yeah. If there is even a subtle way of taking something, you know, there might be a combination of something good and something not so good. But if you still buy that, it means that you've already taken it. And they can only be changed when I have very clear understanding that this thing is not serving me. I don't need to take this. This doesn't belong to me. Yeah. When that understanding is there from the person, not from you, from the person who's going through whatever, you know, vice or whatever thing that is difficult, unless they feel like that, then there cannot be any change. Yeah. A few more points, and then I'll give you a chance to give your thoughts. So this is the unique thing that I was talking about. Baba always has a unique way. So he said that, you know, if this has to happen, you know, if you have, let's say, for example, recognized, you had had the courage. Now, what to do if these sanskars come back? Okay, so there's this is a very unique way, which might even not, you know, seem to be very logical, but it works. Okay, so Baba says that if all sanskars comes back, even by mistake, then say from your heart, Baba, Baba, Baba. That's all. Finish it. A full stop will be applied. What is Baba? Baba is a point. So a full stop will be applied only if you say it from your heart. So the way I understood it was that what Baba is telling us is, if there is love, to let go is very easy. The reason we are holding on to something is because we are taking from it. And the only power that is there is love for Baba. So when I say from my heart, what it means is that the power of love comes up. Okay, I've done something, or something has happened, or something has come back. Instead of receiving it, I tell Baba, no, this is gone, from my heart. This is not there. I've already given it. Okay. But in order for me to be able to stay there, I need this feeling that Baba is with me. Yeah. And I can't do it by myself. But if Baba is with me, then it is possible. So immediately, just understanding this is Baba's instruction. Baba has that power. I might not have that power, but Baba has that power, and I use that power at that moment, And this is not just an exercise of speaking, because there has to be the heart involved. It has to come deep from inside. Baba, even I would say not even 3 times, just one time from your heart. If Baba comes, that will stop there and then, because then Baba is more important. Baba's love is more powerful than any other sanskar, any old sanskar that is pulling you. So he shows us what to do, and then he tells us what not to do. And that's coming up. Baba says that if you simply remember Baba with your own selfishness and say, Baba, take it away, you keep it with you. Okay. So when an old sanskars re-emerges, and then you say that, because of the pain that you're going through, not because of love that you have for Baba, but because it is painful for you, you don't want it. You say, take it away. And then we'll churn about this, why this doesn't work. Yeah. What is the shortcoming in this particular way of, Baba, take it away, take it away. It's very different than from your heart calling Baba for help. There is a big difference between these two. Okay. And finally, these are the things that we often say. This is a third method. Whenever something happens, what can I do? How can I do this? I can't get rid of this. So the common factor in this statement is I. So I try to struggle on my own to try and remove the weakness, but I'm not able to do it. And then I complain because I don't know. Yeah. I can't do. Yeah. So Baba says, don't go into that mode. First mode is love. Second mode is selfishness. And third is you trying to remove these sanskars. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So don't say this. You just have to remove it. Okay. And sometimes even excuses. We make excuses. So I'll pause here. If you need to go back in any of these slides, you can let me know. And maybe let's have a moment of silence, and then we'll share our thoughts on this. Om Shanti. Okay, so is there anyone who would like to share anything? Please
Om
feel
Shanti,
free.
everyone.
Om Shanti.
For me, these festivals, it's a kind of a repeating processes. Like even they say we keep burning Ravan every time. And traditionally speaking, it is said that they increase the size of that statue every time because vices have increased more than what it was last time. And again, burning takes place. And again, we go back. But for me, this Holi is something absolutely a little bit special, I should say, because it comes after my favorite festival, Shivratri. It's the only thing where God Shiva comes and the transformation takes place. And then immediately when it comes, it means it's time God has come. We have to burn the old negativity. We have to awaken the purity in us. This is the symbol I have been taking. But if you see Holi, there are three things, whether you connect it to tradition. One is vices, which represents, of course, the Holika. Second is the virtues, which represents Prahlad in the form of faith, purity, and truth. Both are there, but you need the wisdom to burn. Holika was a person who was vulnerable to fire. She was fireproof. But the fire over here is the divine wisdom. So these three things have to be brought together. And how do we know whether our impurities are gone? Because there may be progenies. Probably we have not totally cremated. You are talking about take away. Baba has mentioned this in a very recent movie. If the vices are taken away, we tell Baba, I don't know how it came back to me. I didn't open. So my doors are open. My negative doors are open somewhere. So it has come back to me. So more than taking away, telling Baba, take away, I think we should give away. We should burn that fire within us. And we should give away rather than telling Baba, please come help and all. It should be like a self-immolation, I think, to burn away. This is what I feel. And this, why I have to do, then only I can get connected. He is an ocean of purity. If I'm going to sit with these vices, connection wouldn't take place. Leave alone Satyug and all. That's the future thing. Now, if I have to get connected to him, even a small progeny of vice will not give me that blissful thing. This is how I take Holi. So for this, I need faith, purity, truth, with the divine wisdom of Shiva.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. I also think that if we don't have a part from our side, then where the help is going to come from? I need to do my bit, and then only Baba can do. He does not do anything specifically for me, because then he would have to do for everyone else. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So here I was thinking about the burning rose and sky one side and getting colored, by father. So which is actually taking place first? Are we burning our rose and stars first, or getting colored by that company of Baba? This it's going parallelly, just like destruction and construction.
That's why I said no. There is like it's not about letting go of the weakness, but also bringing something that will actually strengthen. No, removal of the weakness gives strength, but also, we need to add in more so that we don't fall back. No, so there are no relapses. Yeah. So we need to have that constant peace and contentment as our benchmark, I would say.
So I think so the focus will be more on coloring ourselves.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Then the
yes.
burning, the other side, burning is automatically happening without our hands.
Yes. But in order to start, we might have to, sometimes we get into this trap of, you come to Gyan and you think that I should be this because Baba tells you you should be this, right? And you are actually not really taking anything. You're just complying to, and feeling that no, this is like you are rejecting. There is a part that is still there. You're rejecting that, and that often becomes a problem later on. Yeah. So honesty is even important in this scenario, whereby you actually are focusing on imbibing, but also you become aware of the weaknesses that are still there and to work on them, to deal with them, because everybody comes after 63 birth with a lot of trauma that we have accumulated. And if we don't deal with this trauma, then just floating in that idea that this is who I am, all the different practices that we have, is not able to give you that result. So you need to do both work, make sure that the old stuff that we have brought, we have completely let go, and what you are getting is real.
Yeah, thank you.
Makes
so
sense?
one side, makes sense.
Yeah.
So one side, we have to consciously choose something that which we need to apply for our betterment to get colored with a good color from God. On the other side, we consciously have to, work upon removing what is the defect or the weaknesses that we have. Initially, it is an effort, and then gradually it becomes our natural nature.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also just making sure that you are not the one who's removing. Give Baba that job to do that. You have that intention and courage that I don't want this. Otherwise, then there might be slight ego that comes into that as well. So we need to be careful that we can only do it with Baba's energy. Not your courage is needed and honesty is needed.
Thank you, Arika.
Yeah. So one point here, today's Murli Baba said, honesty, person remain clean and clear. The power of honesty works like a lift. Everyone loves honesty. Honest person will remember the Father easily. Honest person don't have to make effort. Coloring like that is spraying color is a significance. If imbibing virtue, I need to burn and clean myself. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share? Anything that you liked, anything that you can practice? What stays back, maybe? For you?
Most
Okay.
of the time, I'll make my thoughts level 0. So in that way, I can stop my thinking level. negative. If I want to think, I'll try to recall what Baba says in Murli, especially Avyakta
Mm.
Murli.
Mm.
So most of the times I'll stop thinking about this worldly. In
A
that way,
very
I'll
good
try.
idea. It's
Mm.
very, very good idea. And, we don't need to think about so many things that we are thinking currently. So if we just stop that, I think we are successful. But if you can bring also something good to think about, then it's even better.
I'll hand over burden to Baba because he will take care of that. So I need to relax. So in that way, I'll try to practice.
Most of the thinking is all waste of time. Yes, sister, if you would like to share, Pramila.
Yeah. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, this morning something was during Amrit Vela, it was something was troubling me, and but I couldn't stop my thoughts. So then I had started practicing my Shiv Shakti combined Swarupa. I don't know. I kept repeating that, and that seemed to form a. I don't know. That sort of helped me to, keep away from those thoughts, and a lot of solutions were coming to me, to my mind. At the same time, I was having a commentary running. So, I mean, all these things were going on simultaneously. But but Baba was giving me this different solutions for the problem. So I thought it was very beautiful. At the same time, as this Swaman was going on, my Shiv Shakti combined Swarup was happening, the solutions were coming, and the commentary was also going. It was very beautiful symphony of all these three things.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Yeah.
Really helped me to find a solution, what I should do.
So Baba says, whenever you remember me, immediately I am present. This is what it means, that the first point of help should be Baba first, then it should be, whatever. But anything that happens, if the first point to go to, like they have this go-to place, should be Baba. Baba is my first point of go-to, and then once that is, there is no way that the solution will not be there. But first, if we go here and there, it takes time to, Baba always says that, break everything on all levels and connect to me. And the beautiful part is that if you are connected, then the problem will not even be there. Okay. And what it means is just to be in deep silence whenever I can, just to practice being in this, complete state of silence helps me in many, many ways. And it's so easy, just, practicing deep silence. All the solution, you can hear, you can catch vibrations, and you can be sure that if anything happens, you are going to be okay just by practicing this. So shall we do that for a couple of minutes?
One thing I wanted to say,
Please.
I think it's a good exchange also. Like, if Baba says, okay, give me your peacelessness, I'll give you peace. So we have to give away, like the sister said, burden. Okay, give me your hate, I shall give you love. Give me your sorrow, I shall give you happiness. Give me your weakness, I shall give you power. So if this is a kind of take one, get one free, and the free thing is something new, something nice. So that process we have to understand. How do we give away and how do we get from him? And what we have given away, we should never, never, never take back. So that what he has given always, ever, ever, ever stays with us. I think it's a good barter system over here. Like in barter, we give rice to get that. Here also, I think it's like this virtues is like, the holy is like a barter system. So deeply related, each color is even related.
Okay, so this nice writing that's just shared. On the eve of Holika Dahan ritual unfolds, reflecting the present age of Kali Yuga, Iron Age, where darkness prevails and the soul forgets its divine sanskars. During this ritual, flames rise not just to consume wood and material offering, but to symbolically burn our vices. The fire symbolizes Yoga Agni flame of meditation that dissolves our ego, lust, anger, greed, jealousy, and resentment. When impurities are burned away, our innate qualities emerge: purity, peace, love, happiness, wisdom, power, and bliss. These are colors of our true nature, which need to be fostered and shared with the world. Vinod Bhai says affirmation that I am a victorious soul, Kalpa Kalpa, Vijay soul, brings courage. Yeah. Thank you. So let's have a moment of silence before we close. Maybe we can also take this practice and check today, staying as much as possible in silence and only speaking when there is a need for speaking. Maybe observe something that is still there so we can put in this fire. The vices are just part of the virtues that have gone wrong. And what we do is we claim that back by letting it go and Baba purifying and giving it back to us in that purified form. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harsh Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a blissful day.
Shanti.
Om Shanti, Rakhi Ben. Can you please close the session?